I am. Skip, if you just look at their career stats and you look at these guys, it's really hard to tell who from who. Dak and Kirk Cousins. They're very similar. Numbers are very similar. One loss playoff record is very similar. I just think Kurt is playing better this season.
Would you call him Kurt or Kirk?
Kirk.
Oh, okay.
First Cousins.
Yeah, all right.
6 chains after this game. He's 5 chains right now,
Okay.
6 after this game. We add chains as we win, go along the way,
Yeah.
I just believe that he's going to outplay that. And that's what you want to make it come down to, Skip. Look, if I'm the Vikings, I want the ball in Dak's hands. I don't want the ball in Pollard. I don't want it in Zeke. I don't want them to be able to dictate tempo and time of the game. I don't want them to control the ball. I want my offense to do a number on your defense because I don't believe you guys have done enough to stop the run. And you're gonna have to prove to me. I understand that, that's not going to happen again and we're going to do this and that. I get all that talking. But I need to see it. And what I've seen, and I haven't seen enough of you guys stopping the run consistently. I saw what Green Bay did to you. I saw what the Bears did to you. I saw what a lot of teams have done running the football. Why? Because you guys have had sacks, and Skip Bayless says, ooh, my team sacks the quarterback, #1 in pressure, #1 in pass rate, win rate. And now you're running out of run lanes, and those are big old craters, and guys are hitting their heads on the goalpost because you refuse to maintain your gap integrity. And so I'm hoping you guys do that again on Sunday. When you look at Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter, only a pair of teammates that's top 10 in pressures. They do a great job. Minnesota's done a great job of pressuring and hurrying up your quarterback without having to sacrifice your back end because they only blitz 17% of the time. That's not a whole lot. So if I can get pressure on your quarterback, excuse me, speed him up without having to sacrifice my back end, I'm in good company. Now, let's shut up this run. I want the ball in Dak's hand. Very few times, if you got a solid quarterback, you try to take the ball out of his hands. You don't want the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hand. You want him to hand the ball off. You don't really want the ball in Brady's hand. You want him to hand the ball off. I want it in your hands, Dak. I don't believe in you.
Really?
Still believe in you.
Wow.
I don't.
Woo.
Yeah, I still believe in you.
Woo.
I don't.
Said the Hall of Famer.
Still believe.
Sharpe.
Shannon don't.
Interesting. Yet just 2 weeks ago, Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer, told me my defense is now so good, it is so potent, it can carry you to the NFC Championship game. That's what you said 2 weeks ago, and now you're poking holes in your own argument.
You didn't tell me that you could just let people run up and down the field on them. You told me they were going to stop running and get after the quarterback.
They will.
Oh, they will this game.
This time.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Sharpe. I'm about to tell you why my team should win this game and why my team will win this game.
Okay.
The odds makers say my team will win this game because they're hanging right in there with Dallas as a 2-point favorite on the road at 8-1 Minnesota.
True.
Usually you get 3 points or so, somewhere in that ballpark, for home field advantage.
If I'm not mistaken, somebody said there was a stat that said this is the first team that's 8-1 or better at home that's an underdog with their starting quarterback playing since 76?
So I didn't see it, but that rings true to me. I could see that it's never, ever happened before.
It doesn't happen often.
Obviously, my team was a 5-point favorite last Sunday in the big Fox game of the week at Green Bay. And you know what happened?
14 in the fourth.
It's time to flip that script. It is time to take advantage of a Kirk Cousins who has what I call the haywire gene. He will unravel when you least expect it or at least need him to if you're rooting for him.
About to go crazy.
Haywire. My team is 8-2 lifetime against Kirk Cousins. Dak Prescott is 4-1 lifetime, even though they're the same guy, mix and match, 6 to 1, half dozen the other. He's still 4-1 against Kirk Cousins. 4-1, really interesting. So, the odds makers aren't buying, and I'm not buying what's happened to the Vikings so far because they've had miraculous escape after escape after escape after escape, and I think through 9 games, they've used up their 9 lives.
No,
I think they used them all up.
4 more. They got 4 more. They got 9 lives. They only used 5 of them.
Really? Boy, it seems like they've used up 9 of them, and I think it is time for them to get exposed. I think they're fraudulent. I know their quarterback is fraudulent. I respect the rest of the team, but when you're moving around that little quarterback with that oversized helmet, it just looks like he's some little guy out there with a giant helmet on. I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Why are you so convinced Okay, the Vikings are 8-1. Your team is what, 6-3? Why are you so convinced that the Cowboys can be Super Bowl contenders if Dak and Kirk Cousins are the same guy? Why is everybody so convinced that Dak is the guy that can get you to the promised land and Cousins can't?
As many issues as I have with Dak Prescott, I got way more with Kirk Cousins. I believe it or not, I trust my quarterback way more than I trust your quarterback on Sunday. And we do have bet on this, right?
Do.
If you want to increase it, I'll increase it because
really?
the point is that we are about to, so to speak, put 6 chains in chains. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put him in chains because he loves to throw it to us. It's the flip side of Aaron Bleepin Rodgers, the ultimate notorious cowboy killer. He is notoriously bad, is Kirk Cousins against the Dallas Cowboys. So somewhere along the trail, he threw 2 to Buffalo last week. He'll throw us a couple, and they'll be big ones.
He also threw a couple to Justin Jefferson, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, he might do that, and I don't disagree with you on that point. But if he throws us a couple, we'll be just fine. Because I just watched, just about a year ago, it was on Halloween night, I watched my backup quarterback who had never started an NFL game go up to Minneapolis and throw for 325 yards against Kirk Cousins. Cooper Rush had a QBR that night of a 48. Kirk made some throws here and there. He had a 41, but he got outplayed by some kid from nowhere, some undrafted out of, Central Michigan, who had never started a game. He got outplayed.
Numbers say your defense plays substantially better with Cooper Rush as quarterback as opposed to Dak Prescott. Now, you don't need to answer and tell me why is that.
Okay, it's in part, you brought it up yesterday. Obviously, they think, well, we got to play a little better because he's unproven. He's just some guy undrafted from Central Michigan. But then they play above their helmets, and he keeps making play after play after play that I haven't seen Dak make consistently. So there's the template is set. The blueprint came from last year. Again, lower scoring, 20-16, but you have to make the throws that Kirk Cousins doesn't make. Heck, I can go back 2 years ago. My other backup quarterback, now the starter for New Orleans, I don't know why they're still hanging with him. That's a whole nother issue. I don't know why they don't go back to Jameis, but that's a whole nother issue.
Okay.
But Andy Dalton went up there as my backup quarterback and also beat Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
So he's lost 2 straight years to my backup quarterbacks. How in the world can my starting quarterback not go up there and beat Kirk Cousins? It just seems like, got this. Thank you.
Well, but you have to understand the mentality of now he has an offensive-minded head coach as opposed to a defensive-minded head coach.
Okay, I got it.
And they're in lockstep. They're doing a great job of play calling. But if you're going to tell me, say, well, Shannon, we're going to shut Dalvin Cook off. That running that we've seen us give up the last 2 to 3 weeks, that's not going to happen. Now I say, oh, Skip, I'm a little worried. But if you tell me, if they haven't solved that, y'all in trouble.
Solved. I believe that stopping the run, it's some strategic, but it's just a lot of desire. It's just guts. It's just heart. It's just want to. It's just like, we're going to do this today.
Y'all had their guts stomped out last week, and Chicago did the same thing to you.
I agree. I believe we took both of those teams not seriously at all. We had the 2 easiest games back-to-back any team in the NFL has had all year at home. We got Detroit and Chicago for Dak's return where he could ease back into the fray.
Okay.
And he wasn't very good against Detroit, who is game. As we see, they'll fight you to the death.
Yeah.
And then
y'all should have been behind it going into the fourth quarter until Williams from D-Law made a great play on the ball at the half-yard line.
He did. I got it. It was about to be 13-10 Detroit early in the fourth quarter. But then here we came against Justin Fields. We're going to talk about him in a few minutes here. And the defense just rose and shone and pretty much took the game over, as did Tony Pollard, right?
Yeah.
And up and down the field we went, and everybody thought, okay, we're back. Dak's back. We're good. And I think they just looked right past. I think they were actually looking ahead to Minnesota because everybody buried Green Bay a week ago.
Yeah.
They just did. Nobody gave. I kept watching every prognostication. Everybody picked Dallas, and everybody was wrong.
Yeah.
Correct?
Even Vegas picked it by 5.5.
By 5.5, whatever. Okay? So I think now they're going to lick their wounds. They're going to play a little bit angry. They're going to play a little bit scared, as in good scared. And I think they will hold Dalvin Cook to a low roar. He's going to get his, but he's not going to get 150. They're not going to get 200. Because if they do get 200, we're done. We're cooked like turkeys. But that's not going to happen. So Dak Prescott said, was it yesterday or the day before, this is a playoff game for us, and music to my ears. I'm good to go. Unfortunately, the last time I saw Dak in a playoff game, it was at home against San Francisco, and he flat out stunk.
Yeah.
And the last time I saw Dak in a big game at home, it was against Tom Brady in opening Sunday night, and he pretty much stunk in that game.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, in the fourth quarter and overtime, he pretty much stunk. And I could throw back in the first half, he pretty much stunk because he threw 2 balls to somebody named Rudy Ford, who was like the third-string safety, who made a couple of plays last night.
Right.
But he's like backup to the backup.
Right.
And Dak threw him 2 picks that we could have ended that game early, and we didn't.
You could have.
And we gave Aaron a little life.
What makes you think you'll end it early on Sunday?
I just think we're going to come out and play up to our capability, and it is nuclear capability.
Really? That's what you're thinking, huh?
I do. And by the way, I'm not predicting we're going to do it again, but we did hold Justin Jefferson to 2 catches for 21 yards last year.
2 cases, he had more than that this time.
Okay, well, that's courageous of you. That's gutsy of you. Here, why don't I just hand you? How much you want? Let me get my wallet and just start pulling bills out and throwing them to you, right?
Well, I mean, you like CD?
Yeah. I do like. Finally, at the very end, they're about on the ground, and he yanks it away.
One hand.
Is that a catch or just a great play, like a desire play?
One hand, that Baron Brown Raskin claw brought it down on him.
Right, I give you that. I don't think it was a great catch. I think it was a great play because it saved the game on, was it 4th and 18 at that point?
Y'all could have had him, too.
We could have had him, but we're happy with the guy that we got.
You'd be happier.
No, we would not be happier because my guy's just getting started. And by the way, the one silver lining, metallic silver lining at Green Bay was breakout performance by C.D. Lamb.
Let that figure
turned into a lion.
Let that figure in for a second. You talking about that's a breakout performance. Justin Jefferson been doing this since his rookie year. We ain't even say nothing. The man had 9 for 193 on the tub, and we just like, ho-hum. CD had 11 for 150 and called the L, and then you talking about, oh, that's a breakout game.
Justin Jefferson's been doing it in the shadows up there in Minneapolis with no pressure, no expectation. And finally, it took a while, but CD is living up to the pressure to wear number 88. Yes, to carry on the lineage. You know, and I know. We got Drew Pearson, we got Michael Irvin, we got Des Bryant, we got C.D. Lamb.
What y'all got is the 29th ranked rush defense.
We do.
Y'all got that.
Okay, by next Monday, it'll be the 25th ranked because we're going to improve about
I'm thinking you're going the other way.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, you better hope so because you've already got 2 cases on it.
And you gonna have that chef hat on, cooking up something special for you all.
I've called this already, and I'm going to say it again. I believe this is a career crossroads game for Rain Dakota Prescott.
Man, ain't nobody got no career crossroad games in the middle of the regular season. Stop that.
We got this one, then we turn right around with a Thanksgiving Day game that is on the biggest stage in the regular season in this sport.
True.
And I need boom, and I need boom from Dak Prescott. I need back-to-back big-time games that he is highly capable of playing but hasn't consistently.
But he's also highly capable of what? Stinkers.
Just stinkers, just kind of disappearing. Just kind of not. It's not that he plays poorly. It's just that he doesn't make a play, and he doesn't make a play. It's like in the fourth quarter and overtime at Green Bay, I kept waiting. Dak, answer. I just need one answer. Just one big throw. Nope.
When you're like sitting around and you're not doing anything, you're not on the treadmill.
That never happens, but go ahead.
Ernestine's not say, come on, Skip, let's go to the mall, let's go do something.
Right.
You ever sit around and say, you know what? Damn. What if this is the best Dak can be? What if this is all Dak has to offer?
That thought has entered the deepest recesses of my psyche. It could be. That's why I'm saying career crossroads right here. I need to see it. I've seen flashes. I've seen stretches of it. I need to see boom, boom, back to back. This one and Thanksgiving, and then we're good to go.
You might say boom, boom, back to back the other way.
Well,
LL.
Okay.
Woo!
If it's LL, then
You be hurt.
I'm gone. I'm home for the holidays.
Yep. That's what I'm hoping.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.